Hi everybody, it's Dandruff with your news Cartridge for Friday, December 9th, 2016. The end of the week begins with a report that says Microsoft's streak of beating PS4 sales is over, as Sony has pulled ahead once again, which they have the PS4 Pro to thank for that one. Kotaku has a great story about a man from California who stole almost $5 million from the company he worked for and used roughly $1 million of it to make a Clash of Clans clone called Game of War. It's not very good. After sifting through the latest update, data miners have discovered the foundation of a breeding system coming to Pokemon Go. We will probably see it when the next generation of Pokemon releases next summer. The open beta for Gigantic, a new MOBA-ish third-person shooter, has begun, but you will need Windows 10 in order to sign up. And then the White House is going to be streaming to Twitch TV on December 12th in an event about health insurance. This gives us all the great opportunity to go Kappa in the White House. Kicking off release announcements, Blizzard says that they're getting into the coloring book industry and are going to release a series of adult coloring books themed around Warcraft. How about this elegant PS4 with a very nicely done Kingdom Hearts motif? Currently it's only coming to Japan, but I could see it releasing to the rest of the world. AMD's Radeon software has been updated and now incorporates streaming functionality, recording gameplay, and a new toolbar. Rise and Shine is a game described as Think and Gun and is coming to Xbox One and PC early next year on January 13th. Battlefield 1 will soon be patched on PS4 because performance issues were noticed with the PS4 Pro. The patch will also bring to all platforms a crossbow grenade launcher, a weapon I'm pretty sure was never used in World War I, much less ever. 6 more maps are coming to Call of Duty Modern Warfare's Remastered Edition next week on December 13th. The Division will receive DirectX 12 support on PC next week, but no exact date was mentioned. The last update news is for Destiny, which will increase the number of skeleton keys players will earn. Finally, for teasers, the best winter update has finally gone live. CSGO chickens have adorned their holiday sweaters to search for corn in the streets of Counter-Strike Global Offensive. What's the worst glitch you have ever heard of? Well, how about being 42,000 gold in debt to Overwatch? And that's not even the worst thing that happened. Find out the whole story coming up later on News Cartridge. And the top spot today is HTC and Valve, because they're going to make an iteration of their Vive VR headset that will be compatible with consoles. This is coming from Vive Studios, a development team set up by HTC in order to not only create this new hardware, but new software in order to go along with it. Now, many things could happen once they release this headset. Not only will it give the PSVR some competition, which it currently has none, I would suspect it would be able to run on a PC as well, but one with lower specs. Even though a GTX 1060 is more than capable of running VR, if something like a 1050 could run VR for the price of around $100, that would be great. It would drive the price of VR down a lot more. I look forward to this VR headset hitting the market, and stay tuned to News Cartridge for more information on if and when it debuts. Next up, Street Fighter V has taken a year to become worth its $60 price tag. On launch, many features of the game, including the single-player story mode, the ability to fight AI instead of online opponents, and an arcade mode, were all absent. Now that those features and more, like improved netcode, have been added to the game, there is talk about whether or not Capcom should re-release it to try to build hype around the competitive scene. Capcom has said previously that they would not re-release Street Fighter V in order to avoid situations like Street Fighter II, which had many iterations of the game, like Street Fighter Alpha 2, Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Street Fighter 2 Turbo Hyper Fighting, Street Fighter Alpha 2 Turbo, Street Fighter Zero 2, Street Fighter 2 World Warrior, Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition, Hyper Street Fighter 2 Anniversary Edition. I think you get the idea. There is more. Street Fighter 4 released twice, which was not confusing at all. There is Street Fighter 4 and Street Fighter 4 Ultra, and I would be okay if they released it once with Street Fighter V. So maybe they're waiting a few years before they re-release it because they do have plans to support the game until 2020. But what would you think about a re-release of Street Fighter V? Let me know in the comment section down below. And the quick spot today is Super Mario Run, and I love it when the quick spot has a game in it with a quick theme. Nintendo has revealed their first mobile game ain't so mobile, as it will require an internet connection in order to play. Yes, you could use data, but that can get very costly. They say that they're doing this in order to combat piracy, but in the end, they're only going to hurt themselves and will probably end up patching in an offline version, as many other games have done in the past. Finally today, have you ever experienced a bug so bad that you lost your will to play a game? Well, that almost happened to Caleptic with Overwatch. They noticed something peculiar was happening while playing, as loot boxes were mysteriously appearing in their inventory, and previously unlocked items, specifically the ones from the Rio Olympic Games event, started to disappear, and then drove their in-game currency to negative 42,000. And as terrible as that may be to experience, upon asking Blizzard for help, they insisted it was Microsoft's problem, as this occurred on Xbox One. Microsoft then pointed the finger back at Blizzard, saying they had no jurisdiction over servers they did not create. This is not the place you want to be in, with all of your stuff missing, and both companies saying they are unable to help. The matter was resolved by a Blizzard employee who investigated and found out it was indeed an issue with Microsoft's billing department. A loot box microtransaction through PayPal had incurred a chargeback, which was then reversed, but Microsoft servers repeatedly detected the chargeback but not the reversal, triggering the system multiple times. Blizzard made everything right by gifting Caleptic 500 loot boxes, 400 of those being the special edition ones from the Rio Olympic Games. This coincides with my own experiences dealing with Blizzard's customer service, as they were very quick to restore my WoW account twice when I was hacked years ago, along with a fraudulent purchase to my PayPal. This is one reason why people praise Blizzard for more than just their games. Once again, it's time for Monday's game releases, because I'm off for the next 2 days, because I get to learn how to ride a unicorn! For PC, Gods and Idols, The Crypts of Anaxabah VR, Operation New Earth, Pixel Bomb, Santa's Special Delivery, Strategy and Tactics, Dark Ages, Quantum Chess, Filthy Lucre, Twisted, Damage, Sadistic Butchering of Humanity, and Brain in My Head. Thank you very much, everybody. This has been News Cartridge. I am Dandruff. I will see you on Monday. And have you ever tried eating a clock? It's very time-consuming.